How are we doing all? It's just Steve back here to do another review. For today's review, I decided to do another EAA, BCAA type of supplement. One of the reasons that I haven't been doing too many of the hard-hitting pre's or pump formulas recently is because, as previously mentioned, I'm barely training upper body and I don't really want to be taking too high stim too often for legs. I don't feel like I need it. And then for the pump element, it's like you don't really notice pumps in the legs in the same way that you do pumps in the upper body when it comes to pump formulas. Anyone who's ever trained long enough and has taken enough supplements before can basically vouch for that. So I'm kind of just getting through some of the other reviews that I've been meaning to, which leads me to this current product, which is from Ghost, and it's their 30-serving BCAA product. If you have seen it before, I did do a Ghost EAA one that they do. It's like a hydration EAA kind of mix. It's a 20/40 serving, and I will admit that was an absolutely fucking phenomenal product. Once again, it's like, does it do anything? Who the fuck knows? And even if it's like 0.25% of boost, do you notice 0.25%? Probably not. You might just think you had a good night of sleep. You might, could be so many different things. But the EAA that they had, that I reviewed, it was a green sour apple taste, and it was one of the best tasting supplements I've ever tried, which isn't really all that surprising because everything I've had from Ghost has been pretty fucking solid in terms of flavor. Their protein was good. Their pre-workout was really good. Their pump formula was good. Yeah, it's just, when it comes to flavor, they really seem to nail it. For the flavor on this one, it's kiwi and strawberry, and it's a pretty good flavor. It's not one of the best Ghost flavors, but it was still decent. Like, you would have no struggles consuming this. I think the only difference that I'd say with this and some of the other Ghost products is, if you love that artificial taste, you like this, but it doesn't necessarily have that natural kiwi strawberry taste that some other products have done before that I've tried. It does definitely taste artificial, but it tastes good artificial, if that fucking makes any sense for you. One scoop is 10.5 grams. You get 30 servings in here, and I'll go through the ingredients panel and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts. So you got 7 grams in total of BCAAs, and it's a combination of 3 different BCAAs. So you got L-leucine, which from memory, it's an essential amino acid that's used to, I think, either aid or build on something like that when it comes to protein. That's, I guess, the main BCAA one you'll see in most products. This is at 3.5 grams. Then you got L-isoleucine, which I would assume is either a precursor or another version of leucine, maybe just more easily digestible, etc. Who knows? And then L-valine, and both of those are at 1750 milligrams. You got estrogen followed up just to help with some absorption. Now, this is what I'll say about this product. It's not that I don't recommend it or that I don't think it maybe has any place in training. It just is weird because the main argument for BCAAs is it's irrelevant. You just have a fucking protein shake. It'll do the same thing. I didn't really feel anything from this. It just really tasted like flavored water. And if I'm being honest with you, that is probably why I wouldn't recommend this product. I've tried other, obviously, essential amino acid products, other BCAAs. Some of them I've just chucked out. For the most part, they're pointless. I did like the EAA version because it had a hydration formula and I felt good on it. It felt like it aided a little bit on my training. I could feel a bit of a difference on top of it tasting amazing. Whereas for me, yeah, I mean, the argument is that maybe a scoop of this and some water and you'll actually drink that liter of water. But it doesn't really go well with a lot of water. You only really need about 8 to 10 ounces, 300-ish, 400-ish mils, which is not a lot of water. And it's not, to me, like an indicator of being hydrated enough for a workout. I would assume you'd probably want to get in more than that, if you're training quite heavy. So I don't really think it aids in that. And then on top of it, it's like the flavor just isn't good enough to pass as just like, who gives a shit if it's fucking does anything. It tastes so good. I don't know. Look, if you get a chance to try maybe some of the other flavors, and I'm not saying this is bad. Remember, this is a decent flavor. Like, you'll probably enjoy it, but it's not good enough to where it like overrides the fact that you're paying, I don't know how much it would be in US. Over here, I got it for like $39 Australian. I just don't think it's worth that. And then half the time you're thinking, does this even fucking do anything? Which we don't really know the answer to. Some will argue does, some will argue that does nothing. Alrighty, that's my review for the Ghost BCAAs. I will be coming out with a couple more reviews. I do have a few pump products that I used before some of the injuries, and I do want to try them and see if they actually do anything for legs, and that'll be the next reviews coming up. All right, hope everybody's had a lovely day. Peace.